And our fourth main topic today gets submitted to us by Gerald Upchurch, who writes, "Hey, John, did you see the news that Anthony Mackie has officially signed the deal to star in Captain America 4? I personally didn't love Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I thought Mackie's new cap was pretty cool in the final episode, so I'm willing to give it a shot. But let's be honest, the real Captain America is still Steve, sure. Honestly, though, Mackie is great. What are your thoughts?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, listen, this is not a big surprise for any of us. We talked a little while ago about the fact that the news came out. I think Variety might have been the first ones to break it, that they had learned exclusively that Marvel was moving forward and developing a Captain America 4. Now, at the time, the assumption was that it was going to be Anthony Mackie's movie, that he was going to be the Captain America in Captain America 4, since at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, he took on the Captain America mantle. So there's that. However, they also reported that Chris Evans was already in negotiations to come back. So a lot of people speculated about whether or not maybe that's Captain America 4. Anyway, this comes to us from the folks over at Deadline who write, "Anthony Mackie has closed a deal to carry the shield and his first superhero picture in Captain America 4, sources said. Kevin Feige's Marvel Studios keeps its details well under wraps, and it isn't clear whether the movie will involve Sebastian Stan, who starred with Mackie in the well-received Marvel Studios Plus limited series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier." Now, one of the things they did say in Deadline, and this is interesting, is that this will not be, Captain America 4 is not the thing they were thinking Chris Evans was going to come back for. So this is going to be Anthony Mackie's movie. I think that's what most of us kind of thought it was going to be anyway. What are my thoughts on this? Well, my thoughts on this are pretty straightforward. I agree with the person who wrote in the question. Chris Evans is Captain America. Steve Rogers is Captain America. Everybody else is just borrowing the name. That being said, I didn't love the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, but I liked it. And the more and more as they got closer and closer to Sam picking up the shield, the more and more I was really into his character. And you know what I really loved about it? This is going to sound weird. What I really loved about it was Anthony Mackie clearly didn't have the same clause in his contract that Vin Diesel, and I love Vin Diesel, I love you, Vin, but he clearly doesn't have the same clauses in his contract that Vin Diesel does whenever I get in a fight, nobody can even land a punch on me. I have to, Dominic Toretto beats everything and everybody, okay? He'll take out a Celestial. We'll be talking about the Eternals trailer in a second. He'll take out a Celestial, doesn't matter. But what I loved about this Captain America iteration is, okay, he's got the suit, he's got the shield, and he's fighting George St. Pierre as Batroc the Leaper, and Batroc still kicks his ass. Mm-hmm. And then he gets into a fight. So I love that Mackie's in there, because when you have a guy playing a hero and it's like cool with me playing the role if the hero takes his licks, that increases the stakes. Every time he's going to get into a fight, bad things can happen to the hero. And I found that just made him more watchable, more likable. You're holding on to the edge of your seat a little bit more because you know he could get beat, right? He got beat by Batroc in episode 1 off the plane, and he kind of got beat at the end too, but he persevered, and he's like, and that's kind of embodies what Captain America is supposed to represent, right? It's like, you may knock me down, and in the words of Steve Rogers, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. And he kind of started to embody that. So you know what? I still want Chris Evans to come back. I still want Evans to come back. I still want Captain Rogers as our Captain America. I want that to happen eventually. But if anybody's going to carry the shield right now for a Captain America movie, other than that, I'm totally cool with it being Sam Wilson. I'm totally cool with it being Anthony Mackie. This guy has charisma and charm for days. I started to like the character more and more as the series went on. Anyway, Kim, yeah, you hear about this. We've all kind of assumed it anyway, but now it seems to be on the dotted line. It's done. Anthony Mackie is going to be Captain America and Captain America 4. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I'm so happy to see it. And look, this is not a 90s sitcom situation where we've got a well-known and beloved character and we switch it out with someone with a different race and 10 years older. We obviously know that Steve Rogers is Captain America, but Falcon he's taking on the mantle still in the spirit of Captain America. And we're well aware that their paths in life, their paths in culture and society, and their perspectives are very different. However, it's the spirit of Captain America that makes this so great. And I agree with you, John. That's what I love about, it's going to be hard for me to not call him Falcon anymore. I want to call him Captain Falcon. But what I love about his character is that there's higher stakes. I mean, when Steve Rogers got punched, your only thought was, oh no, he's down, he'll be right back up. When Captain Falcon, I'm gonna call him Captain Falcon so I figure something else better. But when he gets punched, I mean, he's got his wings, but those things come off. There's no serum here, you know? So when he gets punched, you're wondering, oh shoot, did that take him out? When he gets kicked out of an airplane, you're scared for him.
Yeah.
So the stakes are higher. Also, with Steve Rogers having that serum and kind of being invincible and remember, he's so old, so he's carrying so much wisdom. You're growing with Captain Falcon. People are going to be like, stop, it's Captain America, stop calling him that, stop doing that. You're growing with him. When he falls, you're scared for him. And so I am excited about this because it's a different perspective. It's a different take, but with the same spirit that Captain America has. So I'm all for it. I'm interested to see who the villain's going to be because, again, there's fatality on this side of this version of Captain America. But I think that kids are really going to take to him. I think that they've already really established, again, I felt like they were borderline a little preachy in Falcon, but they've already established his perspective on America and his perspective on taking on the mantle. And the responsibility he's taking on. So now we can just fly with the power, with the team, with his mission. And I'm so excited to see that. I welcome it. And I shall call him Captain America, but I'm going to find a cute nickname.
Oh, you'll slip out Captain Falcon.
I'm going to find a cute nickname.
By the way, our friend James Wheeler sends in a $20 super chat badge in live chat. Thank you, James. I appreciate that, man, very much. You know, Aaron, this is, you know, again, maybe has been the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Once they announced Captain America 4, most people kind of assumed it was going to be him. It's now in the dotted line. What do you think about this move? Is this a good move right now to try to headline a film with Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America?
I think it is fantastic. You know, Anthony Mackie has time and time again, the word charismatic just keeps coming to mind, whether he's doing comedy, whether he's doing drama, or, you know, or the combination of the two in the superhero franchises. In this particular superhero franchise, he really has that way of, he has an everyman quality to him that makes you want to be his friend. He's very relatable. And like you and Kimberly have said, part of that relatability is the fact that you are rooting for him and you don't know if he's going to get back up. And I think that his conflict about being Captain America reflected our conflict about him being Captain America.
Yeah,
it's not
point.
like he just and that was that's part of what I think helps us as viewers accept him as Captain America. You know, and it's ringing some bells for me. You know, there's a lot of people out there that were fans of Spartacus, and I remember when Andy Whitfield was no longer going to be able to play the role of Spartacus because he was sick with cancer, and he gave his blessing for Liam McIntyre to take over the role. And there was all this backlash of people who didn't really know the full story. And, you know, Liam was just in this really this thankless position of taking over a role for someone else that he never wanted to take over. And I think even though this is not the same with actors, when you think of it with the characters, it's the same thing. Someone has to take on that mantle, and they know that they're going to be compared to that previous person. And they know, and they always wonder, am I going to be able to live up to that? And, you know, there's so much expectation, and I'm never going to be what that person was. And for Falcon to go through that conflict on screen of becoming Captain America, that really made me go, oh, wow, he's not just stepping into it like, what's his face, Russell Wyatt Russell, his character in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think that was one of the reasons why I hated him so much, is he just jumped in and was like, I'm Captain America. I was like, no, you're not. You are not. Like, you got to get some of that Kimberly slice of humble pie. You are not Captain America. So I love the fact that, that Anthony Mackie's Falcon really allowed us to accept our conflict of him being Captain America, because he had his own conflict about it. And so I'm really curious how that's going to continue to play into Captain America, his standalone film. And I like how they also allowed us to get used to the idea in the series and then had the film. I don't know if I would be as excited about the film if I hadn't seen his process in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Aaron. I agree. I totally agree, Aaron.
It brings up another interesting question about, and they brought it up in the email that they sent in. What about Bucky? What about Winter Soldier? And, some people, I've already seen some online discussions about, justice for Bucky, Bucky should be, but I would suggest this. I do believe that they're going to do another season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, except now it's going to be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I think we're going to see another season of that at some point. But I think, and who knows, there's no real information right now if Sebastian Stan is going to be in this Captain America 4 as Bucky again. If they were to ask me, because Kevin Feige is asking me in my opinion all the time. He's calling constantly.
You guys were texting right before the show.
It's like, John, I don't know what to do about this. Please help. Don't worry, Kevin.
Thank God
back.
He has you, John.
Oh, God, it's true. He said that a lot. But I would probably say, and I don't know if Sebastian Stan is going to be in Captain America 4. I kind of hope he isn't, because I think you run the risk of painting him exclusively as a sidekick character. Yeah. And I personally think they have bigger plans for him. Like, look, is Winter Soldier going to be the next Iron Man? No. But I think they have bigger plans for, Bucky in the MCU than just being painted. Well, first you were Steve's sidekick and now you're, Sam's sidekick. So I can see them doing Captain America 4 without Bucky, and then doing like a season 2 of the series and have the two of them as partners again, right? So I could see that going. So I think they should stay away from having him in Captain America 4. That's just my guess. I don't know, Kim, what do you think? Do you think he should be there or not, or what do you think?
I was pondering that last night, and I was thinking about, okay, wait a minute though. In the first Captain America, he was with his team. I call them the Rough Riders just because that one guy looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
Right.
I call them Rough Riders. But if you think of all the Captain America movies, he was never completely alone. He had his Rough Riders, and then he had Black Widow, and then he had the whole Avengers team. So Steve never really had a complete solo, it's just me fighting the villain. There was always someone else. So I think maybe they'll introduce some of the young Avengers in this, and he'll be in a mentorship role. And I don't think it would take away from anything if there are added characters fighting alongside him, as long as they're not I don't think they'll do this as all put anyone in a position to overshadow him, because if you think of it, Steve Rogers was never completely alone. So I'm not going to be mad at that, but I will say, if Steve ever fights alongside him again, I'm gonna have to hear it on your left, because tears will shoot out of my eyeballs like they did in Endgame, and warm my heart to no end. But no, I think it'll be fine for.
All right. Well, listen, I just looked at we could talk about this for a while longer, but I just look at the time. We've got to get going because we still have another main topic we have to cover. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? I mean, most of you probably suspected it was going to be Anthony Mackie's Captain America 4 anyway. Now it seems like it's signed on the dotted line. How do you guys feel about it? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.